kid. Hey friends, nobody's on yet, but we're here at the historic Union Cemetery for Memorial Day. Pretty cool. They just fired off the anvils. I will show this in a Patreon exclusive episode. Otherwise, we're just walking around. They put these new QR codes. I guess Eagle Scouts local put these QR codes by some of the more prominent gravestones, so you can go up, scan it. Takes you to the website, tells you all about that person and their story. And if you guys saw my episode I did here, I talked about George Washington Tallman. He was killed in the line of duty during a prison break. He was a sheriff's deputy, and he was 74 years old. So pretty interesting story about this guy here. And the culmination of this Memorial Day celebration is they fired off these anvils, and it was intense. Yeah?
Yeah.
It was intense. I'll tell you that much. Let's see. Alright. They fired off these anvils. I mean, it was like, boom. I drink your milkshake. What's up, man? You've been pumping out content. I see. I need to go on a hike with you. Yeah, here's the, Union Cemetery. I hope it's not mirrored for you guys. Union Cemetery. Hey, Mimi D. Mentioned it in the episode I did, but this statue has been torn down a whole bunch of times. And this plot right here, this is the GAR plot, so Grand Army of the Republic. So this was a bunch of Civil War veterans that came out to the West Coast during the pioneer days, tail end of the gold rush and stuff. Fortune seekers. And so these are all Civil War veterans besides one. I talked about it in the episode I did. Was it Jacob Fox? One of these guys, he wasn't a veteran, but he was the first person to plant an American flag in San Mateo County, so they gave him the honor of being buried with the other Civil War veterans. So, pretty cool. And this event has been going on since, what, the 1870s, I want to say? 1860s? So, right after the Civil War, they started this celebration in this cemetery, and it was called Decoration Day. So that was before Memorial Day was actually a holiday. So this celebration is a tradition at this point, a long-standing tradition. But this cemetery is big with a whole bunch of pioneers and local history here. Some people that shaped the Bay Area, shaped San Mateo County, shaped San Francisco, the whole West Coast. A lot of really cool history. I hope you guys have seen the episode I did here. It was awesome, and I hope to do a part 2 because what's awesome is the Historical Union Cemetery Association. They keep unearthing like more stories and more cool stuff. And I hope you guys appreciate that the boy himself came geared up, came geared up, ready to stomp some rebels, right? Huh?
Yeah.
We'll just take a walk around the cemetery. Again, I filmed some of the ceremony and stuff, so it will be a Patreon exclusive video. I didn't feel like bringing my whole camera and stuff, So I was like, let me do a live stream. I'll do a Patreon video. Because I got some other stuff going on right now that's pretty exciting. So I will have, there's a video I'm editing right now that I'm super excited about. Although I was editing last night and I noticed a mistake I made, and I can't go back and refilm it. Maybe, I don't know, I'll find a way to try to fix it. But yeah, so this is the cemetery you guys might remember from my episode. So pretty cool. They had a bunch of speakers. They fired off the anvils, which was intense. You could feel it in your chest. What else? What other cool plots are there? Look at this. I mean, this is amazing, right? (1896), 1889. Died at 52 years old. Captain Peter Hansen. Hark! What is this demonry? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there was a awesome video I'm editing right now. I'm super excited for you guys to see. It's one of the videos that's only gonna get a couple hundred views again, but I don't care. I think it's awesome. And then I have another video planned. Cole is actually gonna fly up here for this. It's a secret episode. I can't talk about it. I might not even be able to put the episode out for a while. It's that secret and that big of a deal. But Cole is actually flying up next weekend for us to film. I'm starting to get a hang of my new job, so I have a little more time to film. I replaced my camera. That video. Hi. Yeah, I replaced my camera, and then I realized that my camera, my new one, is slightly different format than my other one, so my lenses weren't really working properly. So then I had to get 2 new lenses. What's up, John? Had to get 2 new lenses and stuff, but I'm rip raring, ready to go. Tell secrets to patrons. I do. I usually keep that, but this one, I don't know if I can. I might, but if the secret gets out, it might ruin the video. It might actually, I might not be able to do the video if people find out about it. So I have to keep this one under wraps so that the video can actually happen. Oh, look, lizard, look, where is it? Did I miss it?
I think they're behind there now.
Come on, lizard friend. There it is. Ah, it's hiding from me. All right, I'll tell you. Oh, there it is. There's 2 of them. Look at them go. Whoop. Sorry. Hope that doesn't make you sick. All right. Look at this obelisk. These above ground tombs, crypts, whatever they're called, back in the day. These lizards are out today. These crypts. So this cemetery was basically like abandoned for decades. It was like just falling apart. Kids would come here and drink and, you know, act crazy. Nobody was taking care of it. It was no longer in commission. And all these tombstones were just getting wrecked. And these above ground crypts, apparently people were like breaking into them. And you could actually see like the coffins, and they might pull them out. I've heard stories. So there's like probably 5 or 6 of these, and they had to like patch them back up so that the zombies didn't get out. Great channel, bro. Appreciate you. YouTube's been slow lately. My short has 50 whole views. I'll finish watching this later. Wife and I headed out. All right, man. Happy Memorial Day. Keep up the good content, dude. You're growing so fast. It's crazy. People love what you're providing, so keep it up. And hopefully I can join you on a hike someday. I got to get my legs back, you know?
Yeah.
Where's somewhere over here was the first person buried here. Can't remember now. I'm lost. somewhere over here.
We can't find our way.
Yeah. So much like the San Francisco cemeteries, there was another cemetery in Redwood City on the other side of town that was exhumed, and they brought a bunch of them here. So some of these people weren't originally buried here. Thanks. Happy Memorial Day. Oh, why'd the chat disappear? I hate that it disappears. For sure, man. Yeah, but these above ground crypts are like my favorite. They're crazy. They remind me of, you know, a different part of the country, because in California you don't get too much of that. You get a lot less of that kind of style. Crypt, tomb, above ground. Most of California's cemeteries are below ground, unless you find the real old ones. So actually, my next video takes me to some of the history of some of the cemeteries in San Francisco. And some of the pictures of these old cemeteries that no longer exist were like amazing. They look like movie sets. They don't look like real cemeteries. So that's a little hint. My next video will touch on some of the cemeteries in San Francisco. The video is not about the cemeteries, but you know, I have to talk about the cemeteries because they play a part. Do you have anything to add, boy?
I guess not. I don't know.
I'll show you guys my favorite. I showed this in the video, but my favorite tombstones are over here. I don't know how original they are. Oh, this guy's cool. This is the old like judge, and he was a lawyer, and he would represent people that didn't have money for a good lawyer. He would just do it pro bono. This guy right here, Benjamin Fox, right here. And they added, like I said earlier, the Eagle Scouts added these QR codes. So you can scan that. It'll take you to a website that shows all his history and breaks it down, which is really, really cool. And they actually put this stanchion up too. I don't know if these are permanent. They don't seem permanent. Maybe it's just a temporary, either for this event, or they'll replace it with something more permanent at some point. And because this is a big event, they have the golf carts there. So if people have trouble walking over to the event, because if you can't tell, this cemetery is pretty big, and the GAR plot where the Memorial Day celebration happens is way in the corner there. And the cemetery is actually like a triangle. Yeah, a lot of cool stuff coming. I know it's a little slower. I've been working so much harder on the videos. I don't know if you can tell, but like finding historical photos and stuff like that. So the videos actually take a little bit longer to do, which sucks, because then like I also don't have as much time to do the videos as I used to do. So it's kind of the two issues at play. But you know, the quality of my content is very important to me, and I think that, or I hope that in the long run that shows. But yeah, I mean, I think this was on the cover photo of the episode I did. This is definitely my favorite one here. Maybe not, actually. There's a couple cool like obelisks. This is one of the coolest ones. Now that some of these people are clearing out from the Memorial Day celebration, man, the firing of the anvil was so intense. It was like boom. I didn't expect it to be that big, actually.
Yeah, me neither.
And the anvil went flying like 20-30 feet. What other plots are cool? I want to do a part 2 here because there's a lot more history here that I missed. Look at this. Sheriff Joel Henry Mansfield died in 1916. I don't think I talked about this guy. Civil War veteran. Oh, and his wife is buried here too. There's a lot of crazy pioneer history here. And it's always funny, I said in the episode, but people like live right back here. You just look outside and just see grave sites. Look out your bedroom window and see grave sites. Pretty interesting. And this place, they've been super duper kind to me. If you saw my Patreon or Instagram, you saw that they invited me here to a private event to be like a special guest speaker, which is amazing. Like, I can't believe anyone would want to hear anything I have to say. Oh, look at that lizard. It was going right across the white. It was easy to see. It's hiding. Come on, lizard. There it goes. They're cool. Anyways, they've been super kind to me. The association led to like a magazine article about me and my videos, which was really cool. And I was supposed to be working with the city of Redwood City on some official stuff. Hopefully that still goes through, but it's kind of on hold right now. What else can I show? Anyone there? It's a really cool place. I'm glad people are looking after it, but I kind of do wish I would have checked it out like before the association, just because it was pretty wild. It was like, you know, all overgrown. Everything was all broken. People were knocking it apart. It would have been interesting to see that some of these plots, like you can see there's plots probably have multiple burials and there's no headstone at all. And I don't remember this one. This one's a pretty interesting headstone over here. Those ones are cool. Look at this. 1914. Mother died in 1914. Father died 1879. So I mean, these are Wild West people, you know. So it's Gold Rush, Wild West time. All cracked, broken. Manuel S. Pedro, born in 1864. Died in 1906, a couple months after the big earthquake. I love these wooden ones. There's still a lot of people here. There's district attorneys and old sheriffs and a lot of veterans from the area. There's an Emperor Norton. But it's all really cool event. Like I said, this used to be Decoration Day back in like the 1870s. And I think Memorial Day wasn't an official holiday until the 1970s, something like that. So they were doing it unofficially here ever since. A lot of people might not know, you know. I mean, I grew up in Redwood City. I didn't really know that there was Civil War veterans buried here. They were fortune seekers after the Civil War. They came out here. A lot of opportunity. Some of them became or tried to look for gold. Some of them just tried to apply their trades out here because, you know, there was such an influx of people that they were like, oh, well, I'll go be a cobbler for them, you know. So this one's pretty cool. Palmer. Oh, people yelling. But yeah, so much cool history here. The only bummer is like it doesn't go back that far, and of course record keeping wasn't that great in the frontier. So there's a lot of people buried here that nobody really knows the stories of. Christian Baller from Switzerland. Big ballin'. Died in 1891. Born in 1823. It's wild, man. From Switzerland. He came out here. You know, the new world. Lots of opportunity. There's a lot of the people who came out here, though. They came out here to like pan for gold, look for gold, and then they couldn't do it. So then they were like, well, I was a this or that back where I came from, so I'll just do this and that out here for all the people that came out here for the mines, you know. So I'll just take these prospectors' shoes and I'll fix them, you know. So I'm good at fixing shoes. A big thing here too is the timber. So there was like a lot of logging up in the hills up here in Woodside. There's a huge like timber industry, and there used to be a creek. I mean, part of the creek still exists. Some of it's still underground, or I mean underground now. And they would just float that timber down the creek the San Francisco Bay is that way, so they'd float the timber down the creek to the bay, float it up to San Francisco, and it helped build, you know, San Francisco, Oakland, and everything around the Bay Area. So this area, this cemetery, is full of a lot of loggers, a lot of timbermen from up the hill. And this is, I said a lot of this in my episode, I think, but this is Woodside Road here. So this is like a main road through Redwood City, like east-west. And Woodside Road was one of the first trails that would go up to Woodside Hills. And they could also, you know, go up and down this road, which was a trail back then, up into the hills to where all the timber was. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I just wanted to check in, let you guys know that, you know, I'm working on stuff, a lot of cool stuff coming. I'm really excited for some of these episodes. They're gonna be really cool. I'm trying to just find more intriguing stuff, like super intriguing stories, like small stories that people don't know about, and do high quality, powerful episodes about them. So hopefully you guys enjoy. One of them, the next video, I'll give a hint. The next video has a shootout and death and murder in it, if that's your sort of thing. It's like a Wild West story. Come to Louisville? Oh, that'd be awesome. You gotta make me a list of things to do out there. I'll tell you guys, I'm starting to formulate, since I'm more secure in my job and stuff, maybe like the beginning of next year doing like a cross-country trip. That's my goal. I don't know if it'll come to fruition, but next year I would love to do a cross-country road trip and just stop at a bunch of places that are hard to fly to, basically. If it's not near an airport, I'll just drive out to it and do like a whole series across the country. I think that'd be awesome. And that's kind of my goal. I've had my car now for like a year and a half, and I got my car specifically to be able to drive across country. So hopefully I can do some cool stuff. If you guys ever have any leads for me of like cool episodes I can do, don't hesitate to message me, leave a comment, something. I'm always on the lookout for cool stuff to film. And I would like, you know, I like to find things that nobody's really covered. Of course, I'm gonna cover things that, there's so many YouTubers out doing like really good content, and a lot of them just knock it out. They just pump out content, and it's hard for me to keep up. So I'm gonna be behind on some things. But if you know anything that people haven't covered yet, I would love to do that. Yeah, I mean, not much else to say. Union Cemetery, bunch of pioneers here. Anything to say, boy?
Hi. I don't
Yeah, I got a Patreon video coming with more of what was here, including the anvil firing. I did record it. And I'll put that on Patreon. You don't have to join the Patreon, but if you want, it's as little as $1 a month, and I put out a bunch of bonus episodes there. Happy Memorial Day. See you guys. Thanks for checking in. I appreciate you. New content coming soon. Really exciting stuff I can't talk about, but I want to. As always, follow @something-or-other-tour on Instagram. That's where I post most of the updates. Join our Patreon for as little as $1 a month. We got merch. Got a new shirt on right now. You know, just trying to put out quality content. That's what it's all about. I feel like there was an announcement I wanted to make that it's slipping my mind. I can't remember what it is. I'll give it 30 seconds. If I can't remember in 30 seconds, I give up. Kathy Klebe. Shout out Kathy Klebe. She's the president of the Union Cemetery Association. She gave me a bunch of like cool stuff, and my cousin's messaging me, said he can't chat. I don't know why. You must be shadow banned. My cousin is also going to link up with us next week for our big secret episode, so that's going to be cool. He takes the best pictures. Like, if you see my Instagram, like, all the best pictures are from him. But yeah, I can't remember. Oh, Kathy Cleve, though, shout out. She gave me like a present, a gift, a really cool walking stick. I was a special guest speaker at an event here, led to like a magazine article, and all these other cool things that I got to do, and hopefully in the future continue to do. There's still some things on the table, like local history, that I think is amazing, but I'm just trying to get access, and sometimes they don't want to give access. Yeah, that's about it. All these old dead pioneers say goodbye to everybody. I'll sign off from Redwood City. Patreon episode coming, hopefully like tomorrow. And I got an extra Patreon exclusive episode, bonus content from Mentryville, the last episode. If you haven't watched it, please go watch Mentryville. It took me 3 trips to Mentryville to finish that episode. I worked super duper hard on it. So please check out the Mentryville episode. Amazing history just north of LA. It's a ghost town. It was a former oil boom town, which led to Chevron. The company there basically ended up becoming Chevron. So it's some amazing history there. And like I said, I worked really hard. It took me 3 trips to LA to finish this episode because things kept going wrong. So I really appreciate that. And I do have tickets to the NBA Finals, Game 5. So hopefully it'd be nice if the Warriors come into Game 5 up 3-1. That's what I'm hoping, and I can do an episode. Maybe see a closeout game. I mean, that would be a dream come true. The tickets cost a lot of money, so I really hope. And I did do an episode at the NBA Finals in 2019, but we got stomped, and it wasn't that fun. So I would like some revenge, some redemption of all the money I spent on those finals tickets. So yeah, that's coming soon. And 49er tickets giveaway. I'm still a season ticket holder, and I will still be giving away 49ers tickets. I don't know how many preseason games there are, but I will give away all the preseason game tickets for sure. And then I'll pick like 1 or 2 games throughout the season. I'll give away those tickets. And I want to try to go to some of the NFL stadiums I've never been to that don't have long, right? So I think like Buffalo, they're looking at a new stadium. Who else? There's another team that's looking to build a new stadium. So I would love to go to Buffalo. That's my plan. Who knows if it'll happen, but I'll try to sell some of my 49ers tickets to make the money so I can make the trip. That's it. Something or Other Tour, Vertlife. Thanks for checking in, everybody. Next time I'm gonna let you guys know. Let's do a Q&A, and then so if I go live, I have more to talk about than just ramble about random grave sites and try to remember what I wanted to tell you guys. But really, really cool stuff coming up. All right. Yeah, we're about to hit almost 29 minutes live. It's not bad. All right, boy.
All right.
From the Civil War. I'd like to do an episode at one of his Civil War reenactments as well. He doesn't just have this for funsies, okay? He puts in work, okay? Real work. All right, guys. Something or Other Tour, Vertlife. New shirt. And that's it. See you guys. Appreciate all of you.